He's Michael.
He's Reuben.
And this show is waiting for me to drag the jingle into the queue. We had this in the first episode of the first one as well. There we go. That's what this show is. We're back on a Friday this time, not a Monday. Enemy of the show, Garfield, will be pleased, I'm sure.
It will be very happy. You can take his Mondays in peace now.
Yeah. But it feels good to be back.
Yeah, definitely. Friday slot is nice.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we used to spread joy on the Monday, but now that Friday feeling. Get that Friday feeling.
We're adding to the joy.
Friday night funkin'.
Oh, okay.
All right. Should we just cut the small talk? Should we step right into it?
We don't need that small talk.
Yeah. Big talk.
And we only do.
The big boys are talking now. The adults are talking now. So in case you're a new listener, or in case you just forgot, this is the show. This is the show where we take eclectic categories and we kind of decide what in the world is simply the best, who and what in the world is simply the best, and what must remain simply the rest. And we do this in a knockout tournament style. We pit 8 things against each other, and by the end, we'll come up with a victor, someone or something who is simply the best. What is our category for this week?
I just want to say how wonderful that explanation.
Thank you.
Concise, clear. I can see you smiling throughout.
Yeah.
As you know, take a topic, abstract links. Today, we're answering the question of which last will last the longest. Which last will come last.
Hey.
We are ranking last things. Now, it's going to become evidently clear what kind of things we mean as we move through this bracket. So shall we just start with the first matchup? Do you want to give it to us, Reuben?
Jump right into it. So the first matchup of the last things this week is Getting the Last Laugh versus The Last of Us, the hit game and TV show. So Getting the Last Laugh is a fun little idiom, I think.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's funny. We always have these things that are kind of like these necessary evils.
Yeah.
I feel like getting the last laugh, it always ends badly for someone, right?
That's true. It comes back to I was going to bring this up, the original proverb, the ancient Chinese proverb. Well, it's not ancient Chinese proverb, just the ancient proverb that this comes from is, he who laughs last laughs best. I should have written down who that's actually from, probably.
Like Mr. Ancient China.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there.
Shakespeare, Churchill, someone said that at some point. And it is about war. It's like, who is the last man standing in war laughs the loudest. So like you say, it's kind of one of those necessary evil things where in order for someone to laugh last, another person has to
laugh first.
Yeah. And potentially die.
Oh, I wasn't going to get that far. It's funny. I was thinking about it more. I didn't know it was from like a military context. I was thinking about more in like social situations, or where some people might cite karma as the reason for something happening to someone who isn't very nice, and then they might say, "Oh, I got the last laugh." But I feel like we try and spread joy, we try and spread positivity in the show.
Yeah, give a little love,
get a little back. That's what they say. But I think getting the last laugh implies that you've
got one over on someone.
Yeah, and I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it's not a nice thing. I mean, I guess the other way you can take it is maybe not getting the last laugh, having the last laugh. I feel like often when everyone's laughing at something, I'm always the guy, I'm really bad at stopping laughing after I've started laughing. I don't know if you have this as well, but like if something funny happens in like a social setting, I'm giggling about it for like the next 30 minutes. And then like I keep thinking about it, I keep giggling as well, way after everyone's already moved on.
I get that because for me, it's like, I feel like I have a surface level joke. Surface level jokes.
Yeah.
I won't laugh as much as other people.
What's a surface level joke?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Doug.
Doug who?
Wait. No, I was thinking of, what do you call a man with a spade on his head?
Yeah. So that's not even a surface level joke.
So, I mean, that made you laugh.
Yeah.
Last and first. But, like, those like kind of jokes that aren't really jokes. Yeah. I won't laugh as much as other people.
Yeah.
If something really makes me laugh.
What's the last thing that really made you laugh?
What were we talking about on the way here?
We were walking and we were doing like we're doing a stupid voice. We've got a new game, which is just like do this stupid voice, which is like half Marvel character, half anime character. I'm not going to do it now, but I'm sure it'll come out at some point during the show.
I was going to do it. I was going to send it.
I see your like face changing. It's like getting into character.
But that was probably the last thing that made me really laugh.
Yeah.
And then now we're still thinking about it now. So maybe getting the last laugh. But the word last in this is a negative thing.
Yeah. I feel like the joy of laughing is sharing that with others. And if you have the last laugh, then you're not sharing that with anyone, right?
Yeah. So I'm not a huge fan.
No, I think that's a pretty critical look at the last laugh. And up against it is the last.
Sorry, I was trying to do zombie, but that came out.
That was
Ghost.
That was kind of ghostly.
Ghost.
That reminded me of Plants vs Zombies.
The
zombies are coming, you know.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah,
because The Last of Us, obviously, a zombie game originally, post-apocalyptic kind of world with the zombies and stuff.
What do they call them? They're not called zombies in Last of Us, are they? They've got
there's a species of them called the clickers.
The clickers, yeah, because it's one of those things where I've heard there's a load of like zombie media where they just refuse to call them zombies.
Yeah,
like the clickers, the skinwalkers.
I think they call them the infected. In The Last of Us,
right?
Or infected. Yeah, and then the clickers are the ones who can't see, but they are very sensitive to sound and are really, really annoying in the game.
Yeah,
and then the runners are the ones that can see, and if they see you, they run, but they can't hear. I think.
Yeah, of course, because you have the game experience. Because I've seen a little bit of the TV show, but I haven't played the game. So
I've played a little bit of the game, but I haven't watched the TV show.
Perfect. So we're like yin and yang here today.
We're like very tiny pieces of yin and yang.
Yeah, we're the little dots in yin and yang. We're like the rest of it.
Yeah, we don't have that knowledge.
Okay, what do you think of the game?
Okay,
the game
is. I think the game's best quality is it's super atmospheric. Right, you do definitely feel like you are in that post-apocalyptic world. There's also the story, which again I haven't got to experience, but from what I have experienced, it's about loss and mentoring a younger person, even through that, and dealing with those relationships. Who to trust in a post-apocalyptic world, because it's very difficult to trust people in that kind of environment. So I think it deals with some really interesting stuff. I think the game is atmospheric, and obviously like critical acclaim. It's one of the best games ever. So talk me through the show.
7 million copies of like across Last of Us and Last of Us 2 and like the various remasters, which is no small feat.
I mean, when you say various remasters,
I really mean various remasters. That is one of the things, I think, one of the kind of chinks in the armor for me, I think, is like that.
They're rinsing it.
They are rinsing it. And with the TV show as well. And it's like, I like Pedro Pascal, but I have seen too much of him. It's the Timothy Chalamet effect as well. Although I think it is parasocial relationships. I don't know anything about either of these people really.
Yeah.
But I think I like the persona of Pedro Pascal more. But I'm still kind of sick of him being in everything. So that detracts from it for me. But I like the character of Joel a lot. I think that's a really interesting character, a really good character.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think if you played the game, you might think that Pedro Pascal was an odd choice, but I haven't watched the show because Joel is quite like hard-headed, rugged kind of guy. And I didn't necessarily see Pedro Pascal as that. That's what he got cast as the role. But maybe I should give it a watch. Maybe what we should do is play the game and then watch it. But
we should do that.
We've got so much time.
Yeah, time is of the essence.
12 hours on the clock, as we learned from last season.
We learned that last season,
and that did go far. That is important.
Did that win? No,
12 Angry Men.
Of course it did.
Of course. So, I think it's a pretty.
I think it's. I feel warmly about it enough for it to go through to the next.
It's pretty revolutionary. I think.
Yeah.
Of that zombie genre. It is the pinnacle of that genre in terms of games.
Yeah, it's a zombie. I'm thinking of like Walking Dead games.
I'm just
Telltale
or like like zombie kind of guy really.
No,
but
skeleton guy, or just no kind of ghouls guy at all.
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
No, I think like you said, I don't love The Last of Us, but the last laugh's giving me some odd vibes.
Yeah, bad vibes at the function. Get out. I don't want this guy at the party. So, I've been looking forward to saying this again. Between getting the last laugh and between The Last of Us TV show and game, The Last of Us, You Are. That feels good to do that again.
That feels very good.
Yeah.
I missed that.
I missed it. Right. Do you want to take us to the next dastardly duo?
Let's do it. We have got two pretty famous songs here, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you call one of them a song. One of them is definitely a song.
It's a dusty little tune. I'll give it that.
Okay. We have got The Last Post, famous trumpet bugle even melody. And he's used in the war to kind of wake the soldiers up in the morning. And Last Christmas by Wham. I think it's by Wham.
Yeah, Wham. George, I don't think it's like an entirely George Michael creation.
As per usual with Wham.
Do you want to? I'll give you a bit of a history of The Last Post then.
Okay.
We'll get into this in a bit, but you've got more of a relationship.
I've got
with this song. You've got personal ties.
You've got the historical.
Yeah, I put my historian's hat on, my thinking cap. So The Last Post, you will, if you don't know it by name, you will have heard this at some point. It's like historically it was.
Sing a little bit.
Huh?
Do you want me to sing a little bit?
Yeah, go for it. You're going into the okay, scary. That one.
Okay, yeah, that.
It's like historically that was like a kind of wake up call to the soldiers of like, you know, we're safe, get up, everything's all right. Well, everything's not all right because we're, you know, in the trenches, but we're not going to die immediately today.
Yeah.
And now we use it in kind of remembrance of war. Not just us, I was surprised. I thought, I kind of don't know why I had it in my head as like a British thing, but it gets used worldwide. I think India and some other countries use it as like for their kind of like independence republic days. They kind of use it to signify that. Ireland uses it, but they add a drum track, which I haven't listened to. And I can only assume, because I stopped reading the Wikipedia article at this point, I assume that's like kind of marching drums and not like
break.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to speak about your own personal relationship?
Yeah, I will. So for any listeners who are unfamiliar with my instrument playing habits, I played the trumpet for a long time, still play sometimes, now and then. But I was a big trumpet player back in the day. And I usually had the responsibility of playing the last post for my school. And I did it in some like churches and stuff as well for remembrance services, which was really, really nice and a really good a really nice responsibility to have that people would trust me to do that. I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm like a big Remembrance Day guy, but I do like listening to
big Remembrance Day guy. Who is a big Remembrance Day guy? No one's like those are like looking forward to it. I can't sleep.
Can't wait to remember. But some people like, you know, they buy the poppies and stuff, and I try to when I can. But I'm always there listening to the last post.
Yeah. Fan. Do you think you could do it? Because you kind of gave us a bit of a rendition. Do you think you've done that so many times? Do you think you could just do that like off memory now?
Usually I had to do it off memory. But I could.
But you practiced first. Did you?
Yeah, I wouldn't. The thing is, the last post is like a lot of little phrases like that are all stuck together. Yeah. So I remember each individual phrase, I think, but maybe not the order that they came.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All the right notes, just in the right order.
Yeah, because my memory of that is like very much because we were at the same school for a lot of the time, and just like kind of standing in the playground, and it's like November and it's like raining, and you're just like standing in silence, and then you standing up there with your little trumpet, trumpeting away.
Trumpeting away.
Yeah.
I think it's a really nice gesture. I think, I don't know, it does give the trumpet a little bit more to do.
Yeah, I can't think of another song that would fit the occasion better than the last post.
And fun fact, there's actually two parts to it. You have the last post, and then you have the reveille. The
first post.
The reveille. I think it's called the reveille.
Yeah.
And that's the one they would use in the morning, which was like, it goes like, and that's what they use out of the silence.
Interesting.
So, yeah, the last post, 2 minutes, then you're out.
The last post, I like it. I like it.
Big fan.
Yeah. Last Christmas, on the other hand.
Something I don't think either of us are particularly.
Yeah, we had a bit of a pre-match. We were kind of joshing around before the start of this one, and we both discovered we both have somewhat of a dislike for the song. But let's give it it's fair chance.
It's fair dues,
Yeah.
as they say. As you said, written, performed, and produced by George Michael.
Yeah, who I like.
Yeah,
There's some George Michael stuff that I like.
yeah, fair. Interesting. You've written here, as you know, our statistician,
Yeah.
as you will. It spent 5 weeks at number 2, beaten by the Band-Aid song, which was huge at the time.
Yeah, but it's just because I saw that and it was mental to me because that's like 2 of the because I mean Last Christmas has had a kind of meteoric rise in the past few years, like the kind of TikTokification of it, and it's become, I think it's been at number 1 for like the past few years now on the UK charts, Christmas song.
Yeah.
So that is like one of the biggest Christmas songs ever, and for that to come out the same Christmas as the Band-Aid song, the Feed the World, that one, that which is also like a huge song. It's just crazy to me because I feel like now every year you get someone tries to throw their hat into the ring and it's never very good. I can't remember the last good Christmas song that came out, but to have like 2 there's Christmas songs that immediately entered the canon in the same year,
that is insane.
They were spoiled back in 1984.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
George Orwell.
Yeah.
Loved himself back then.
He would have, I think if he'd lived to see 1984 and he'd heard those songs, I think maybe he would have reconsidered the book.
Yeah. Speaking of, sorry, you just mentioned, I don't know what the best Christmas song that's come out in the last few years is. I happen to know that there's a song called Christmas Evil.
What is this, man? Christmas Evil.
Which is a K-pop song that came out in the last few years.
Is it good?
No, it's awful. As the title basically.
How's it go? What's the premise? Christmas Evil.
Christmas Evil. That's how it goes. A big fan of Stray Kids, but that's interesting. Anyway,
why don't you like Last Christmas?
I don't like how self-important the concept is. I don't know. There's something about the singer, well, George Michael, yeah, feels very wronged. But I think when you actually listen to the lyrics, it's like, last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you threw it away. Clearly, the feelings weren't reciprocated. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody, a love is just for Christmas. That's okay.
This year,
it's also, put that aside. Actually, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, and it's just a bit butthurt about it.
Yeah, this year, save you from tears. I'll give it to someone special. It's like, yeah, that's the healing process. That's what you do. Yeah, do you remember the primary school variant?
I was just about to say that because I actually think, I know you said the TikTokification of it, but I actually think one of the major factors in it becoming as big as it is now is our generation's incessant use of it in primary school.
I only remember last Christmas I gave you my fart. The very next day, you like sold it on eBay. Was there any more?
This year, I'm gonna sell it on Amazon.
Something like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's just insanely overplayed now. Yeah. It's like Mariah Carey as well. There is just you hear it just so much, and it's like as soon as it's like November the 1st, you cannot make it a few days without.
I wouldn't mind big Christmas songs being played a lot if we weren't allowed to play Christmas songs until December 1st.
Yeah,
I'm.
Would that be your like executive order if it was you?
No Christmas songs, no Christmas trees, no tinsel. Yeah. Tinsel in the studios, a remnant of the festive season. Yeah, no. December 1st to December 31st, however we want. You got a 12th of the year. But
that's already a sizable portion.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Last Christmas, you are not lasting through this competition. We are going to give you away. So between Last Christmas by Wham and The Last Post
by
by the horrors of war. Last Christmas, you are not simply the best. Well, I said,
whoa!
Well, that's the first time that's happened. I said the wrong one.
Oh my goodness!
Is that like a gotcha where by the bylaws of simply the best, like I have to let it through now because I said it?
It's up to you.
No, we're not. No. No.
I don't want to talk about it.
I jest. Last Post, you are
simply the best.
That's better. Order has been restored.
All is well in the Fire Nation. Wait, no, all is well in the state of, what's the phrase?
Fire
all
Nation.
Is well in the state of, oh, it's like some Greek All is well in the state of Denmark. That's it.
Oh,
It's from Hamlet.
where did Fire Nation come from?
The Fire Nation attack. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
That classic.
Isn't it crazy how there's two things called Avatar and both of them have like a fire nation? Like the new Avatar, I haven't seen the new Avatar, but it's like
Fire and ash, isn't it?
it's like about the fire people.
Sorry. I just thought about the Pixar movie Elemental because there's the fire guy.
Yeah, the fire girl, the girl's fire.
Oh, the girl's fire. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. And it's about racism stuff.
Yeah, I like that film.
Crazy. I haven't watched it. I should watch it.
That's a good film.
Okay.
Anyway,
Moving swiftly on.
oh, there it is. There's the voice.
Okay. The Last Supper
Ah,
is our next contestant on the show today. And The Last Supper will be going up against the concept of last words.
this is pretty stacked.
This is a big one.
This is huge.
This is a big one. If the big J was here now, he'd bless this round.
He would. So the Last Supper is maybe the most famous Da Vinci. I don't know.
Mona Lisa.
Yeah, the one with the guy.
Da Vinci, sorry.
Do you know the guy? I don't know what it's called. Do you know the one with the guy with like the art? This isn't really pointless to do on air because like you can't see me. But the arms, he's like sticking his arms out and he's got like 4 arms. He's got the circle around them.
Oh, what? Yeah, the human condition.
Something like that. That one.
Yeah.
That's a really big one as well. But this is the one, you've seen this one. This is like Jesus and friends of the show. Some of the 12 disciples are in there.
True.
Well, friends of the show, enemies. Judas may be an enemy of the show.
Ooh.
But he's there as well, I think. The rest, not all of them are there. It's like the 12 apostles, which is like a separate category to the 12 disciples.
What separates them? Do we know?
I didn't know. I think they came later, I think.
Not as committed
No,
to the cause.
because there's some of the disciples are in there. It's like,
Yeah.
very much feel like the band broke up and this is like we're getting the band back together, but they couldn't actually get all of them.
Am I right in thinking there's a guy that's like leaning across the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Judas trying to steal someone else's food
Oh.
for 30 pieces of silver.
That's me now, no.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool painting. That's an understatement of the century.
Well, I personally think that the Last Supper painting is pretty good. It's iconic.
Yeah.
And I think you've got to give that to it. Da Vinci, he was on a generational run.
Yeah,
with-
Da Vinci did The Last Supper. He did, well, at least he did Resolve, which was very classic as well.
Use.
Do you know about, if you picture The Last Supper in your head, you know it's got that gap in the bottom. Do you know what it is? Like if you imagine under the table, there's like a gap where there's just no painting.
Oh, right.
You know why that is?
No.
That's because they cut a hole in it to make a doorway through it.
There's no way.
Yeah, that's real. So I was reading about this because I always kind of wondered like why is there just that rectangle at the bottom? And I don't remember where I was reading this, but it just made me laugh because it said resulting in the permanent loss of Jesus's feet. But yeah, is that bit under where Jesus is sitting in the middle?
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. I'm looking at it. I'm seeing it. It's crazy. How big is it?
If that's a door,
It must be huge.
unless that's like a little like cat flap door, then that's massive.
And they tell us it's not a viable career to go into the arts. Look at this guy. He's making doors. He would get rid of Jesus' feet.
Yeah.
And he was one of the most famous people, probably, of all time.
Who?
Is he top 10?
Da Vinci?
Yeah.
No, surely not.
Because you've got Jesus, Hitler, and Elton John. Top 3.
The Elton John sneak of the
Yeah,
century.
no.
Elton John, get out. Yeah. I don't know. He's top 100. Top honey is
Yeah. And that's
he's-
pretty good.
yeah. That's all things considered. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Good one, Da Vinci.
Okay. Going up against The Last Supper is last words.
The concept.
The concept of last
Life.
words. From life. Coming in hot from life. I think when we wrote this one down, when we were doing the research for this episode, we thought it would be a strong contender.
Yeah.
Just because of the weight of last words. Obviously, there's a grief, there's a feeling of loss associated with it.
Yeah.
But do you want to take us through some of the positive last words of history?
Yeah. So I was looking into this. I split this into 2 categories of cool last words and last words which are maybe not so cool. The one I really like this is United Airlines Flight 93. So this was 9/11 when one of the planes that actually didn't, the only plane I think that got hijacked that didn't hit where it was supposed to hit because the passengers like basically rose up, like insurrection, hijacked the hijackers.
Oh my goodness.
But obviously it like sadly crashed and died. But Todd Beamer, which is a great name, who kind of started the uprising against the hijackers, his last words or last recorded words, "You guys ready? Let's roll," which I think is just really cold. I think that's amazing.
That is amazing. I mean, yeah, act of heroism and also just like the coldest last words of all time.
Yeah. Of course, George Orwell as well. Last words. All's well that ends well. What he said.
I hated that pig. You've read it, Harold Holt's disappearance.
Yeah, so this is kind of one of the funny ones. Harold Holt, well, obviously not funny, but he died, obviously, went missing. But it's like kind of, I think it's one of those things where enough time's passed that we can laugh about it now. This was, don't remember what number Prime Minister of Australia, Harold Holt, and he liked his swimming, and he said, "I know this beach like the back of my hand." And he went swimming and then he disappeared and no one ever saw him again. I think that was while he was Prime Minister as well. So it was just like,
what?
He just disappeared.
That's insane.
He just dipped. Quite literally, he took a dip and then dipped. But that's nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ironic last words. And then I had one more that I liked, which was Archimedes from Maths. This made me laugh. He got killed. I think it was I don't know. It's a bag. There was always some like soldiers in war going on back then. That he was, doing some geometric experiments. Soldier walks in to like kill him, and he says, "Do not disturb my circles," which is like has the same energy as like, "Oh, it's an online game, man. I can't pause it." So I like that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, last words, you can't get a mix of like hard-hitting ones and then the ones that are just funny or ironic. But then the ones that are kind of funny and ironic, I feel like for a lot of those people, I don't think maybe they actually would have minded that that was their last.
I think it's important to think about death a bit more in like society than we maybe do. And I think thinking about last words is like, they can be really comforting for a lot of people as well if they're going through a difficult time. So I think they're good. I think they're important.
Have you put any thoughts into your own last words, if you could choose them?
Bye. I think that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
I guess I'll see you in the next one.
Oh my God.
I'll go with that.
Okay. Please do not go with that.
I think two strong contenders here. Do you
Very
have
strong.
a feeling either way?
I'm kind of inclined to go with last words.
Yeah, I think so.
I have a lot of respect for The Last Supper. I would have liked to see it go further, but last words I think is really interesting and really, I don't know, it feels weighty.
Yeah, it feels important. I like the conceptual ones.
Yeah.
And if you're getting mogged by Mona Lisa, unfortunate, but I don't think we can put you through.
Right. Do you want to give the last words on Last Words and Last Supper?
Between The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci and The Last Words by everyone who is no longer here.
Rest in peace.
Last words, you are.
Sampling the best.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, that was a strong one.
Yeah.
Speaking of strong ones,
Well,
our final round. Do you want to take us through our last round?
okay, we've got the idea of a last-ditch effort versus the last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger, someone else's foot fungus. But of course, as it turns out, that might be what you get. We'll loop back around to that one.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about a last-ditch effort first.
Yeah.
This, in my head, kind of has a similar energy to the last laugh, where I think in a lot of cases, a last-ditch effort is commendable. You're going the extra mile. You're not giving up until the day is done. But then there is also like sort of pathetic side to it. And often I think we associate last-ditch efforts with the kind of villains of history who could not see the error in their own ways until the very end.
That's a good observation. I think we toyed between last-ditch effort and last resort. Similar kind of thing.
Very similar, yeah.
And I think if you're at the point where you're pulling for a last resort,
Yeah.
you're not having a good time.
No.
Because plan A, plan B, plan C, D, E have all failed.
Yeah.
Right? You're on plan.
You've gone past plan Z. You're going to the Greek alphabet now.
Yeah, it's like when the Excel, like you have too many rows,
Yeah.
it goes to like A, B.
Yeah.
You're like on plan Z, Y. Like it's not going well. So I think like you're just not in a comfortable situation if you've got to put out a last resort.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like super clutch. If you only have one option,
Yeah,
it works out.
that's true. The clutch. I know you watch a lot of Valorant. There's got to be some iconic last ditch efforts that you can think of in like esports.
Yeah, there's definitely like iconic comebacks.
Yeah, in sports, I think it's kind of a good thing.
And when you only have one option and it comes off, it is like crazy. But like you said, typically I feel like last ditch effort is associated with you're already cooked. You tried. Fair enough.
You've got the choice now. You can like pack it in and go home, or you can just like
you can try it a little bit towards the end.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to a football match, you probably won't know what I mean about it. Well, when I go to a football match and then my team is losing because I support West Ham.
Yeah.
And then people leave the stadium early. It's like, come on. You
see it through.
The stadium. Okay. Our final competitor of the bracket today is
number 15. Well, it's not number 15, is it? Number 8.
The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone else's foot on gas. Now, if you don't recognize it, it's going to be extremely confusing.
Yeah. Do you want to explain a bit?
Yes. So, I believe it was a Vine, or was it oh no, okay. We've got the
I've got the history. This was a
okay. Go on.
Okay, I
guess the history
just because I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. So what we're quoting is a video by the YouTuber Chills, also known as I think Top 15s, who it was back in that era of YouTube where everything was just like a top 10 video, top 15 video.
Yeah.
And this kind of became a very like infamous video describing this incident that happened at Burger King. An anonymous 4chan user posted a photo of a Burger King employee standing on 2 boxes of lettuce and said, "This is the lettuce you eat at Burger King." And then the hacking group Anonymous like got involved, and like within 15 minutes they like tracked down his precise location, and it ended up with like people getting fired, which is kind of crazy. But then this guy Chills recounted it in his YouTube video with just like absurd like delivery, and it just became that's one of the longest lasted, because I was thinking about this. It's like I think this was like a 2018, it was like 2016 or 2018 origin meme, and I was thinking about others from that era, and
there's not many
that I would still find, but yeah, 21.
And that's been replaced by countless other numbers.
Yeah, which we won't go into.
9.
There was like like somebody touch my spaghetti.
Oh,
like,
I hate it.
Yeah, there was a lot of really like unfunny stuff, but that Burger King foot lettuce is one of the things that someone references, and I still just like
I can say it out loud.
Yeah,
full. It's an absolute classic. Apparently, you've written hepatitis A in the course.
Yeah, I wanted to know, because in the video he speaks about foot fungus, but in the photo the guy's wearing boots, so that's not actually going to be spreading the fungus. Yeah. So I wanted to know, like, if someone did stand on your lettuce with your boots, what might you actually contract as a result? You get salmonella, back like if you're like walking along the street, bacteria from like feces, from like dog poo and stuff, that can go in the burger. Hepatitis A, not hepatitis B, hepatitis A, and then you could even have parasites, which is not good. Good film, not good in real life. You can get like travel on your shoes and get in the burger. So I really is like some of the last things you'd want in your Burger King burger. But I was going to ask you, what is the actual last thing you would want in your Burger King burger?
There's a lot of really bad things. I think, because there's things that would just instantly vaporize you.
Right? What, like?
I don't like a chainsaw.
That's true.
Like the end of a chainsaw. Like that would not be good. And you couldn't eat that.
No.
But we're talking about like edible things. It's a very not great stuff. But because me and you both are non-meat eaters.
Yeah.
So really the last thing we'd want in our Burger King burger
is a burger
itself. And that is ironic. I'm a big fan of the meat.
The actual concept of the Burger King foot lettuce is not great. But I think just
For its
the
iconicity.
entertainment. Yeah, exactly. The entertainment value that this has provided me, I think, kind of supersedes that.
Yeah.
Do you wanna lock it in?
Between a last-ditch effort and the last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone else's foot fungus.
As it turns out, Burger King foot lettuce, you are.
Sampling the best.
Amazing. We've got some strong contenders here today, I feel like.
Yeah. I'm gonna cue up a little ditty, and do you want to take us through a brief recap?
Yeah, I'll recap and then we'll play you a song and then we'll decide the rest of the bracket. So The Last of Us triumphed over the last post. I was going to think of a trumpet pun. Blew its way to victory, blew past the competition. The concept of last words mocked the Last Supper. And the last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger, the foot fungus, has triumphed over a last-ditch effort. Wow, strong contenders going into the final four, I think. What's the song for today, Reuben?
We have, fittingly, a last themed song. We have, by my personal fave, Yellow, we have The Last Train to London.
Okay, should we round out this bracket?
Yeah, let's make haste.
Okay, the third to last matchup of today's show is The Last of Us versus The Last Post. Now, immediately, I'm going to jump in here and say I'm a big fan of The Last Post. I like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I'm partial to it. But The Last Post, that has a deeper meaning within me.
Yeah, I agree. Last of Us is... I like The Last of Us, but it doesn't have that X factor for me. It's one of those things where I think for something to go through to the final round, it really needs to have that X factor. You really need to be like gunning for it.
Yeah.
And The Last of Us, I like. And if I like exposed myself to more of it, then maybe I would like it more. But right now, in this current moment, in the year of our Lord 2026, The Last of Us ain't cutting the cheese for me.
I think until one of us has either played the full game or watched the full show,
Yeah.
it was always doomed to fall.
It's like 12 Angry Men all over again.
Between The Last of Us and The Last Post. The Last Post, you are.
Sampling the best.
There you go. There's the return of Imply the Best.
A classic maneuver. Sure.
Um,
Okay. The other semi-final, do you want to take us through it?
Can you? Because I don't remember.
The concept of last words versus the last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger.
Oh,
This is tough. This very much feels like the most whimsical of entries. versus
Yeah.
The least whimsical.
it's the straight A student versus the class clown.
But is it bad that I'm leaning towards the class cloud?
Well, okay. I will say, to kind of knock down the Burger King foot lettuce a little bit,
Okay.
is that on the one hand, it's like, one of those stories of like, wow, the internet did something amazing. But it is also like a really horrible thing to happen. And it's like,
To actually think about.
do you actually think about that happening
Yeah.
to you and someone else's like foot fungus or like salmonella in your burger is genuinely an awful thought.
Yeah. And Burger King is not my place of choice
No,
for fast food. It never has been.
no, I agree. Last words, I think it has a kind of aura to it that just maybe gives it the edge, but I don't know.
No, I think I'm with you. I think there's only so far that Burger King foot lettuce can survive on the fact that it is Burger King foot lettuce. And I think we had good times with it and it's lasted a long time. But it's by no means the greatest meme of our generation.
What is the greatest meme of our generation?
I don't know.
It's not Burger King foot lettuce.
It's not Burger King foot lettuce.
That would go in the top something for me though.
Top 10?
Top 10.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. But I agree with you. I don't think, when you actually think about it,
Yeah.
it's not particularly nice. And also, it doesn't have the meme doesn't have use outside of itself.
Yeah.
You don't really say it in the world. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. I guess you can kind of like, when I hear the number 15 in like
Oh,
some
true.
context, then I will think of that. But yeah, it's not very versatile.
And I agree with you. Last words. Everybody is going to have some.
Yeah.
And I think the concept that everybody gets it no matter what
Yeah.
is quite cool.
Whereas if everyone got Burger King foot lettuce, no matter what, that would be a terrible world to live in.
This is true. I think we've come to a decision.
I think of number 15, Burger King foot lettuce, and of last words. Last words, you are.
Simply the best.
Some people might see this as... Sorry, you hit the table there.
Yeah, sorry, you got a bit excited.
I mean, okay, we're into the final. Some people may see this as quite a solemn final looking from the outside, but I actually think it's quite a good thing.
Yeah.
That we've got some more, contenders that are more solemn.
Yeah, I think so. This feels like one of the rare instances where I feel like we're actually making an important decision. Because sometimes I'm sitting here thinking, like, what are we talking about, man?
Yeah.
But this feels like we've got something important's about to happen today.
I agree.
I mean, not that important, but
What do you think?
this is very hard. We've talked about with last words. There's an irony to some of I think with last words, one of the tricky things is if you start thinking about it too much as well, then it kind of starts to feel a little bit like egotistical. I think the nice thing with last words is when someone's last words happen to be something really cool or inspiring, like the Todd Beamer thing I said earlier. But I think a lot of the times when people start to choose their last words, it makes me think of, do you remember that poem Ozymandias from
Yes.
GCSE English? That was like one of my favorite poems. And it's exactly that thing of he's put on this like statue, I am Ozymandias, King of Kings, look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. And that's someone who's trying to like decide what their legacy and their last words is going to be. And the thing in the poem is that it's just like everything's crumbled and it's just ruins. And I think that's where I sit with last words. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it's interesting because with the last post, some people might think, oh, it represents war and things. But I think what's so great about it, do you remember the Christmas advert where it was like the British and the German soldiers like played football?
Yeah. Go-to Christmas advert.
The comfort that a soldier would have heard in the trenches, hearing that, knowing that they were not going to have to risk their life that day, for the rest of that day, or, was, I think that must have brought some real relief to the people in the trenches. And the fact that it still does that now, and represents that relief, 80 years later.
What real relief to me knowing that I could like get out of like the humanities for like, like 20 minutes.
Added bonus.
Yeah.
But it does feel really special when you want to play it. Yeah, I think that is something that has impacted me. That responsibility I've taken through my life. So, on a serious note, I'm a big fan of the last post.
Yeah, I think this is a very worthy winner for me.
I agree.
I can't see this going any other way.
We had a serious winner for episode 1 of season 1.
Of course, yeah.
With MLK JR.
Yeah, he had a dream,
and we have a dream. Many soldiers have had dreams in the past.
I don't remember them.
Oh, lest we forget. We're not going to forget this episode because out of last words and the last post, and out of all of the last things in the world, the last post, you are.
The last post, you are first. The first post today, first place.
Oh, I'm glad about that. I didn't have it touted as number 1 coming in, but it's found its place. We're not done yet because we've got one more round, as you all know.
Yeah, this is a little round that we like to call
Lightning Round.
Custom made jingle.
Yeah.
By the way. Okay, here we go. This week we asked you on our Instagram at Simply the Best Show, what are some things you can be on? Do you want me to take you through?
Go for it.
Okay. We have had a double suggestion here, by Finn and Sam Moore, of you can be on smoke.
Just to clarify, that was Finn and Sam, and not like Finn and some more people.
Yes, Sam Moore, Sam N, said you can be on smoke.
I like that one.
Which is quite good.
Yeah.
I'm taking that to mean you can you want to fight. You're ready for a fight.
Yeah, it's a good turn of phrase. Maybe like one of those things. I think we hit this a lot in the lightning round, where we like the turn of phrase, but maybe the thing that it represents is less good. Although like sometimes it's good to be on smoke. I think that's needed sometimes.
Sometimes you need to stand on the business.
Exactly. On the mic.
Okay, you can be on autopilot from your mum.
Wait, should we give that number first?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Up
10.
7.
You can be on autopilot.
This is also like this might actually crack one of my top favorite like phrases ever. I think I use this so much, and it is such like an accurate description of the feeling of just like
Doing
maneuvering
something
through
without
life.
thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah. I really like that. 8.
Nice. You can be on drugs.
Whoa. And luckily, Kadak, he submitted that and he said, joking, which is good because
Invalid. Redacted.
yeah, I wouldn't like to imagine that a world, unless it's like, I guess, you know, you prescribe things that you need to have sometimes. But he came in,
does not endorse this today.
he came in with some more suggestions, which we will reach
We'll get to.
shortly.
And we said you can be on a roll.
That's good.
Big fan. I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan of that. It's like,
It rolls off the tongue as well.
wait,
Hey!
get
a load of this guy.
I like I like that. 8.8.
Whoa! You can be on point. Are you familiar?
Yes, he has, because he's done.
Oh,
I
it's an
like,
explanation.
because this is Kadak, the king of tap. And he's thrown a little E on the end. So this is not just like being on point with your suggestion.
No.
This is like point shoes with an E.
In ballet, which have wooden blocks in the end. I don't know if they're wooden, but little blocks in the end so you can stand on the edge. They really hurt your toes though.
Yeah, I did a tap class once. I have tried on ballet shoes as well.
Oh.
It's not good. Have you seen what it does to like ballet dancers?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Not good. Sorry, Kadak. 3.
I mean, Keda's, he's gone crazy with the submissions this week.
Yeah.
You can be on top of your game.
That's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. That's like kind of similar to like being on a roll. 8.5. I don't like it quite as much as on a roll.
You can be on a walk.
It's good. Mental health walk. Big fan for me.
We're big fans.
I love
of Harrison do that.
going on the walks. This might go really high for me. I don't know what you think.
Oh, yeah. Walking's good. Walking's good.
What would you say?
8.35. You can be onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
like
very
it,
clever.
but it's like
Doesn't make sense.
You can't really be onomatopoeia.
But it is very clever.
Yeah.
I feel like 8.
Yeah.
You can be on it, which is
It's good. That's from Danny and Noah. 7.
A lot of strong suggestions.
Well, sorry, so I think that's another win for Anvi. This
Be
week.
on a roll. Sorry, Kadak, you've exhausted your options here,
Yeah.
but you have not won this week.
He tried. So the prize for this week,
Well, the prize, of course.
is we always have a little prize. This week is actually one of the best prizes I think we've ever had. Is I went fossil hunting in Lyme Regis, which is in Devonshire, a few weeks ago, and I have brought back with me various fossils. So you, Andy, are going to win a fossil today. Usually the prizes are so bad, but I feel like this is actually
quite cool.
actually quite good. It's all downhill from here. Obviously, next week it'll be like colos.
Thank you to everybody who submitted. Please go follow the Instagram if you haven't already at Simply the Best Show. Thank you, to everyone who's submitting Kadak. Try again next time, my friend. That has been the show, succinctly wrapped up.
Succinctly the best.
I've enjoyed being back. Have you, Reuben?
I have loved it. I'm looking forward to another season full of laughter.
What are you leaving us with?
I don't know. I'm just scrolling. We've got to get out of the studio, so I'm just kind of scrolling through. I'm going to put on a song. This is a song called Plastic People, and I have no idea what it's like. We're about to find out. This could be really bad.
Let's find out together.
Bye-bye.